Hi guys, this is Zam101 back with Tuck Hog doing another audio commentary. This is game 2 of the Ace versus Khan's Pro League set, and this is going to be Reach versus Miracle. Reach, of course, being the old legendary Protoss player, the Mantos, quite an impressive player, and Miracle, a relatively new Terran player who's really unimpressive, actually. Especially relative to Reach. But of course, Reach is in the Airforce now, which means he does not get to practice that all that much. So Reach may not steamroll him as much as you would think. This is played on Heartbreak Ridge, and I'll pass it over to Tuck to tell us a bit more about this matchup.
Well, we have, as Colin would say, the Mantos, and he's just got a overall 50% straight up 50% win rate loss rate. So that's pretty good.
Is that overall or versus Terran?
Yeah, that's overall. Versus Terran, it's his best matchup. It's 54%. And mind he. I was looking at his statistics and I was a bit perplexed because it says he's only played 14 games, but those are. Team Liquid, I think, just counts the televised games, and his stats are a bit telling at about 20% overall, which isn't very good by any measure. Heartbreak Ridge, the PVT statistics slightly Protoss favoured with just one more game, although I think you have something to say on that, Zand.
I think this map is probably not going to be all that good for Reach. Just Reach specifically, or his style of play versus Terran. He generally likes to get a lot of expansions, like mass expansions and mass gateways, and simply whittle down the Terran forces and just keep on throwing these massive armies at the Terran and simply out macro them. And I don't think that's viable on this map, simply because there's not that many expansions and they're all pretty hard to take. Your third is really hard to take. I think that's one of the best things about this map, is that it really leads to really exciting games, simply because players just can't sit back and macro all that much. They'll pretty much lose. Certainly, Reach is going for like a 14 Nexus or something like that, so Reach is going to go for macro style anyway, feeling confident that Miracle is not going to rush him. If he can pull this out and get this Nexus running, he will certainly have a massive lead in this game. This is like, yeah, I think that was just a 12th Nexus. I didn't see whether he got that gateway first or not, but that's certainly very very Gur style play. Of course, Gur was going 12 Nexus versus Zerg, just straight up 12 Nexus, which I still can't believe. I think Reach definitely did watch a lot of Gur games back in the day rather. That's where he got his manliness from. Yeah, how do you think this is going to play out, Tuck?
I don't know. Given from what you said, Rich may have to adopt a different strategy than he'd normally like to. Perhaps Arbiters or something that can really throw the Terran off, because they have those ridges that are the highlight of this map. It is Heartbreak Ridge, and there are ridges, and they can cause a lot of heartbreak if there is a whole lot of tanks that have just sieged up on these ridges. It can be quite hard to break, although you can maneuver around them, so it isn't that difficult. It can still cause a lot of trouble.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely very valid. It looks like oh no. I thought Miracle was going to be pushing out with those Marines there, but he's not. Interesting building placement from Reach. I think that's a really good defensive building placement. I think.
Miracle just he's going to mine out minerals.
Oh, that's quite clever. Normally we will see the pro gamer send a probe or something up there to wait, build a pylon or something like that, just so they can scout. Rich is being very definitely trying to get that scout in. He's being very persistent at trying to get that scout in. Oh, it looks like Reach is sending up a Dragoon, so he suspects something up there. Anyway, back to Reach's building placement. Look at the way he's placed those gateways and that cybernetics score. Definitely fearing something like, or defending against something like a Vulture Rush, something like that. And it looks like Miracle is not going to go for any sort of rush play. Maybe a FD push, which is of course 5 or so Marines, a tank or 2, and a Vulture push, which could be kind of successful. But he's going to just expand and play pretty safe, which I think is going to play into Reach's favor, to be honest. He's just allowing Reach to get his expansion up without really punishing him. And here comes that FD push now. The Vulture is mine upgraded, taking advantage of the fact that Reach's tech is going to be somewhat delayed. But Reach has 4 Dragoons already and a Zealot. I think that's going to be more than enough to stomp this push of Miracles if microed correctly, which I can't see Reach not doing. He simply just has such good experience versus the Terran.
Yeah, well, it is his best matchup as well. And robotics facility going down now for Reach. Maybe some Reavers, or what do you think?
Reavers would be really manly, but given that Miracle now has mines across the field, it's probably going to be observers to clean those up because those mines are really annoying. Oh, he's going for a starport fairly early, so he's going to go for a drop, so I'm wrong. Miracle is not willing to just cede Reach the advantage. He's going to go for like a Vulture drop or maybe a really powerful tank drop, but I think Reach might suspect this. He's got some Dragoons in position, and that's just experience for you. If Reach can keep those there, that drop is not going to be very successful at all. And I think Reach will be going for observers just so he can clean up those mines and yeah, just regain some map control. Miracle's just sort of wandering around with unspeed upgraded Vultures, not really doing a whole lot, and he's yet to get his control tower, so maybe he's going for a Wraith or something. I don't know what he's doing there, maybe he's just being slow. Yeah, control tower's going down now, but Reach will have observers, so it's going to come down to whether he can spot this drop or not, and it looks like Miracle's pushing out with 5 or so tanks now. This is quite a strong early mid-game push, and Reach is going to have to... Reach has all of his Dragoons sort of split up at the moment. He's going to have to micro fairly well against this to defend it. It looks like Miracle's just going to go up this ramp and try and deny Reach this third base, which is definitely smart play. He's put some mines down on the ramp leading up to it. I think Reach might be forced to cancel this Nexus. There's 3 tanks just driving those Dragoons back. I'm sorry, I got the tank wrong, completely wrong. Tank number completely wrong. It's only 3 tanks. 5 tanks this early would be quite incredible. Looks like Reach is pushing out with this observer, but I think he will be forced to cancel this Nexus, and he does cancel the Nexus. Down. I think that was a cancel. I hope it was a cancel. Reach is just...
well, normally when you cancel a building, doesn't the warp just sort of dissipate? Because we actually saw some rubble there.
You can cancel it just before it warps in. Looks like some speed vultures going in to get some harass, but Reach's building placement is not good enough. We thought it was going to be okay, but there's 2 vultures in his base. Big battle going up here. These Dragoons killing the vultures first and going in for the tanks. I think those tanks are going to die. 1 Dragoon going down to those mines. Those vultures are now harassing these probes, but I think that Dragoon should be more than enough to clean them up. And critically, Miracle has lost his mid-game army. He's done some okay economic harass, but he's lost his mid-game army, which means his push later is not going to be as strong as Reach, and Reach hasn't lost all that much. Dropship out.
Dropship, yeah.
Dropship out, and two more factories going down.
I think those tanks that we saw got wiped out. The observer's not really showing us, but I think they did get taken down by those Dragoons.
And Reach is not going to go for his expansion straight away. He's actually taking straight to Arbiters, so he's mixing it up quite well. Will this observer... No, the observer does not see the drop, but I think Reach still might have some Dragoons in positions. I think he suspects a drop is going to be coming anyway. Does the pylon spot it? I think the pylon will have spotted that. No, it looks like it hasn't. and Reach doesn't have any Dragoons in position.